Hey, how y'all doing? Hope everyone is well. And if you're new, my name is Rachel. And if you are a follower already, thank you so much. If you would like, just comment, share, and subscribe. And you will notice my handle changed a little bit. I had to make a new account. I will not share tons of details, but if you are interested, I do a lot of vlogging, a lot of videos with the cat occasionally if he's in the mood for it. I did more of that with my old channel, but brand new, start fresh, start with new content, just starting off the year a little bit better. And I thought, I didn't get a chance to do one yesterday like I wanted to. I had a nerve block done Friday morning, so I thought, time to do one of those videos that I am so famous for. I am usually known as the lipstick freak, and only because when I went through my stuff yesterday and kind of like reorganized a bunch of stuff, and I still have to reorganize my table a little bit because it's just really super cluttered, and I just need to breathe, room, just fresh start. Doesn't help to have stuff all cluttered around you. I mean, yeah, it helps to have things at your reach, but if it's necessary, just clean up a little bit. And that's kind of what I still need to do. Organized all my stuff, and it's just a little bit better now. I just have to work on my surface here. But I thought, today I would go ahead and pull out, that beautiful little palette, that Ace Beaute. And if I'm not mistaken, these come in, I think, like Ipsy boxes or something like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, or some kind of something, where you get, really cool makeup things. What is it? Is it Ipsy? No, it's BoxyCharm. I tried, someone else's channel, just to see how everybody else uses one of these. This is the Ace Beaute in the Grandiose palette, and I thought, with colors like this, how can you possibly say no? Oh my goodness. And it's a wonder I didn't run a little bit of that crimson underneath my eyeliner. But I thought, keep everything off the eyeliner, and only because sometimes, even though I get sleep, I still look a little bit tired. Underneath all this is a little bit of CeraVe, and by the looks of the jar, I think my daughter might be using a little bit of it. And on top of it, the Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer. This is number 912 in green. Kind of calms down the redness and also just makes a really nice base for your makeup. So if you have one of those complexions where that redness peeks through once in a while, or if you have rosacea or some kind of something where your skin looks very red, you could use this. Another trick to try is to take a beauty blender, soak it with cold water, pop it into the freezer, and just just glide it all over your skin, just to wake it up a little bit, and just pat down in this general area underneath your eyes. Can kind of give you a nice way to pull down that inflammation. It is technical inflammation, so I've been told. I have been using some anti-aging cosmetics lately. The Instant Age Rewind Eraser for dark circles. This is number 50 in Neutralizer. It's kind of like almost putting a translucent in a concealer, because it really, really just does blend down to nothing. It blends into any skin tone, just does really, really well for pulling down that drug down look. What's going on here? Oh, I've got pop-ups on my iPad for other things that I have been looking at. I am a history freak, and the last couple of days, like I think it was probably Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, and then after I had my procedure done and came back, and all I wanted to do was like just lay down and just keep watching these wonderful, wonderful old movies. I've been watching stuff about Joan of Arc, Sir Oliver Cromwell, and I am like, I don't know what it is with that time era with me, just stuff like that really intrigues me. So I've been, like watching older movies as well. If some of you older people are familiar with the older 70s version of Cromwell, about Sir Oliver Cromwell, and I can't remember what year it was, the movie came out, To Kill a King, and it was about Sir Oliver Cromwell and how he decided to go ahead and try to overthrow, the King Charles III, I think it was. And if you're interested in stuff like that, I do recommend, either one of those movies, because it's really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. I even watched a older version of the movie called Joan of Arc with Ingrid Bergman. Beautiful, beautiful performance. Oh my gosh. And if you like stuff like that, it's really, really amazing. It is. I love history. Let's see here. So we were talking about like more like complexion makeup and concealers and stuff like that. I have been using today anyway, the Rimmel Lasting 24-Hour Breathable. Got to use these up because they do expire within the next month or so. I think here comes the kitty. Hey buddy. We're gonna do a fuzz cam sometime soon. This is number 201 in Classic Beige. Really, really, really nice. And it would be really, really nice if you were to jump up here in my lap. Hey. Come here. People want to see you. Yes. This is our Fuzz. Yes. He's a great cat. So, and if you're hearing him make a bunch of crazy noises, no, he is not in heat. He's just playing with a toy. He just loves making these little noises, and it's kind of funny, the noises that he makes. But let's get back to this. We were talking about, let's see, when I do my brows, I use a couple of things. With a fine brush, I usually use the Ulta Beauty, and I am out of the waxy stuff. I do use the darkest brown along with a fine brush. I just take an elongated popsicle stick and just kind of, ease out, the lines. And it looks like I need to, let's see if I can find it. Pull this one down just a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of that darker brown and just right in here. Just to make them look asymmetrically even. You're just gonna make sure that they look some people don't really care if they look even or not, but you know, I do. On top of this, I usually use a brow gel. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in Brunette, and I just kind of just take it over the areas where they kind of need fluffed up just a little bit, and also just to seal it a little bit. That looks a little bit better. I'm funny with my brows because I like them to look even. Some trying to think here. I use very, very minimal powder on this. I did use my Airspun, and this is in the translucent extra coverage, but I have been using less and less of it out the outer planes and edges, like out in here, because that's where it's a little bit drier, especially on me because I do have dry skin. Depending on your skin, you know, use as much or as little powder as you think you need. It's kind of important to keep it kind of set looking. You don't want it so tight looking that it looks fake on you. So it kind of worked out, you know, just a little bit of powder through here and up in here, and then through the chin and underneath the nose and on top of the Cupid's bow a little bit. Notice something I need to do. This is a YC collection, the gold highlighter in coin. It's really beautiful, almost like an antique gold. It's really, really beautiful. I also have this on top of my cheekbones, and on the cheekbones, after giving it a good contour, and that's the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick in 751A in light to medium. I do have another one because I noticed this one's kind of running down a little bit. The Becca product in Dahlia. I'm gonna get to the eyes, I promise. This is a beautiful, beautiful, almost like a berry toned crimson. Very, very pigmented, so be very, very careful with it if you have it. To kind of use a sponge if you need to start it, and then just bump it up with a brush. This is a Lancome. I love these brushes like a lot. My daughter doesn't like them so much for some reason. She wants softer brushes. I'm gonna have to see about getting her some. She still does not have a job. She's going to be 18 in December. She's going to be an adult. Can't believe it. Wow. Paige is a very different child. It's amazing. But on the lids, sorry about that, I started with a little bit of a concealer first, and then, you know, I do powder the lids just a little bit, you know, just so everything sets perfectly. I used this beautiful palette, and it does have that beautiful packaging, this Ace Beaute, and I went in with the shade Patchouli. It's kind of almost like an orangey, kind of very natural parchment kind of color. It's very, very nondescript, but it is very, very pretty. Little on the golden side. And with that, I went in with clove and poppy into the crease. And when you blend an orange with a crimson, it gives you this beautiful orangey toned pink. It looks really, really cool. It's a really warm shade, and if you take, I'm trying to think here, the brush I could use, like a blending brush, a clean blending brush, and then use I'm trying to think, take a little bit of that clove and a little bit of the that rosy shade, and pop it onto the back of your hand first before you kind of do it, because this is kind of like a cleanup, kind of just give it a good going over, you know, just to give it a nice blend, a nice gradient. I mean, originally I started with the poppy, but then using just a little bit of that rose, you know, just to clean up that edge a little bit. And I really, really like the results. On the lid, and it blended in so nicely, you can barely see it, is the color Myrtle. It's kind of like a coppery shade. It's very, very pretty. I've only used this palette like maybe once or twice since I got it. And no, I did not get it through BoxyCharm. I got it at a little drop shop, kind of like a secondhand store where they have like makeup that's never been touched. And it's like really, really nice. Over the top is the shade Jasmine. It's kind of like a golden champagne, which is absolutely beautiful. Looks like I might have to color my hair soon. Holy cow. I'm keeping it brown. I'm not, you know, gonna go nuts with it anymore. No more auburn, and no more trying blonde or anything like that. I refuse to go black because that just makes me look kind of a little bit of vampire vibes there. Trying to think here. Did not have these out like I should have. I used a little bit of 2 eyeliners, you know, just to keep, you know, the lines kind of thin, and also very, trying to think, very svelte looking. I use this one to make these technical lines, the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof, the retractable, and this is number 492 in black. You could use the extreme black, the very black that some people like, and on top of it, you know, just to kind of like either seal it. I mean, this is a good product, and it will last a good long time if you apply it properly. I just want this beautiful black leather kind of look, so I used the Black Magic liquid eyeliner in black. Shake it. It's kind of like this little beautiful little felt tip. Really like this. Just to like come out the edges here, you know, to make these little wings and make them look correct. Now when I put it on the bottom, I try to make sure, you know, that my eye lines are like really tight to the line, really super thin. I don't like thick eyeliner. For me, it just seems to be, you know, kind of like a 1960s look, which is kind of definitely a fashion poha that needs to stay in the 1960s. Yes, absolutely. The Voluminous Lush Paradise from L'Oreal. My daughter gave me this one because I let her have the one extra I had of the Rimmel, and I said, well, if you want that, you know, I want that one extra Lash Paradise. Very, very nice mascara. Very nice. Holy cow. Just to keep your lashes looking kind of, oh my gosh, what these little pests are, they're driving me crazy. Just to give you kind of like a beautiful fluttery effect, kind of like a butterfly, kind of, you know, that kind of fluttery effect. Probably going to eventually be taking my medications. And yeah, I told you about the blush and the highlight. And I'm trying to think. If you were looking for a good proper video of mine for any contouring, I might have to do a new one eventually, and I will show you how I contour my face because my other channel got hacked. To pull this off, I used kind of a new one. This is a Revlon super lustrous cream number 630 in Raisin Rage. In certain light, it looks like a very, very dark gothic pink, and in other light, it kind of looks a little deeper. But I thought, you know, it went well with the blusher, and I thought this works, and it works very well. So I think that's kind of it for today, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Just keep looking for that little lipstick icon. Thanks for joining me on the Lipstick Freak, and I will see you soon. Bye.